Hi and welcome back to Bill's Cichlid Room, where today we're going to have a look at a smaller Central American cichlid which comes from Mexico, the Rheoheros coeruleus. The Rheoheros coeruleus, it was described by Szuchowski and Werner in 1987. I've got a group of 4 of them, the F2, and the parents come from the Rio Toluca in Mexico. They were actually bred by my good friend Dan Vaughan, and he actually took them into Wharf Aquatics, and I picked them up from Wharf Aquatics round about July last year. In the wild they feed on crustaceans and insects, but in the aquarium it's not a fussy eater and would take all the normal fare such as pellets, flake, frozen and live food. It's a smaller Central American cichlid, with the males reaching about 5 inches standard length and the females a little bit smaller. It's a substrate cave spawner, and it's only recommended for intermediate aquarists with a little bit of experience keeping different types of cichlids. The name coeruleus comes from the Latin for blue, as this refers to the colour of the females, particularly in breeding colours, and particularly along the dorsal fin. So here's a picture of one of the parents provided by Dan. The Rheoheros coeruleus differs from its sister species, the Rheoheros coeruleus, by having a different shaped snout. It's rounded in the coeruleus, and it has different coloration in the males. The coeruleus has a scattered pattern of dots, and also they don't grow as big. Males of the coeruleus can reach up to 10 inches total length. The coeruleus also lacks the red markings on the body. Both species are so close that the argument of size difference is not supported in all populations of coeruleus, and some scientists actually think that they are both the same species. The females have a blue area with 2 black blotches in the dorsal fin. The water in the wild is alkaline with a pH of 7.5 to 8.4 and a temperature range of 78 Fahrenheit to 82 Fahrenheit. The group that I'm keeping in a community setting, the water parameters is round about a neutral pH, with the temperature being between 76 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit. As I say, I've had them since about July and they seem to be doing really well. The Rio Toluca, where they are found, is an area where the deforestation has been widespread over the last few decades, and large areas of the rainforest have been destroyed. So although they're not classified on the CARES list, I think the environment is actually in danger, and it won't be too long before they are classified as an endangered species. The area is subject to several conservation efforts, so there is still hope that they still will be around for years to come. So the group that I've got, I keep in a community setting. As you can see, they share the tank with the Rheoheros coeruleus. There's a pair of Nicaraguenses in there. The Pherectes passionis is in there, and I've got some diverfish, the Congo tetras. So as I say, they've been in there for about 6 months and they've been doing really well. So they've probably doubled in size in about 6 months, so I think that they are quite slow growing. So I think it would take a long time for them to get up to the full 5 inches for the male. So I'm pretty convinced that I have got males and females in there. You see, if you look closely, you can see spots on the dorsals of some of them, but not all of them. And there are a couple of them that are getting a little bit bigger, so hopefully they're the males. So the idea is, if I can grow them on and get them to a half decent size, and what I'll do is I'll actually separate them into a separate tank to try and breed them. So yeah, I found them to be a really nice species of fish to keep. They don't seem to be aggressive with all the other cichlids in the tank, Although what I have noticed is I have had a couple of spawnings of the Spilaris, the Nicaraguense and the Passionis, and the fry only seem to last for a couple of days, so I suspect that it is the coeruleus that's going around picking them off. So that's a good indication that they do like live food. So yeah, if you're keeping them by themselves, like some live food, some frozen bloodworm, some frozen mysis, that sort of thing wouldn't go amiss, I don't think. So the Rheoheros coeruleus, they are quite a rare cichlid in the hobby. In fact, these are the only ones that I've actually seen for sale, and the only reason that I knew that Wharf had them is because Dan had told me that he took some in. So as I said, that was last year, around about July last year. So yeah, if you do actually see any of them for sale anywhere, it's well worth getting. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope I've introduced you to a new species that you might not have come across before. Hope you enjoy watching the channel. If you do, please do hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all on the next video.